Hey, it's Kenza.
And it's Chloe.
And we're the Holy Queso Girls.
Welcome to episode 2 of our second season of Popcorn Parables.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're talking about Star Wars, if you didn't get that from the first clip. Mm-hmm. And we actually have my mommy here. This is Candy.
Hi, with a K.
Yeah, every single person that's been on our podcast, their name is with a K. Mm-hmm. Like, it's weird. What? Yeah, she's a huge Star Wars fan, and she's gonna talk about Star Wars with us today. So it's going to be fun. Mm-hmm. And we also have Kenzie out in the field right now.
Mm-hmm. Reporting live.
Yeah, reporting live.
Kenzie, can you tell us if the environment there is hostile?
Well, ladies, I can confirm there are hostile environments. It was $22 for popcorn. Ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Well, to get into it, do you want to start us off?
Okay, so we're going to start at the beginning and we're going to talk about Anakin. And Anakin's this little cute, bold cut kid. I mean, my kid, Gabe, had the bold cut to match Anakin because I love Star Wars so much. No, it was just because I couldn't cut hair. But starts off with this cute kid who doesn't have a father. His mother said that, you know, she had a non-father birth, that he miraculously was born.
He was born through midi-chlorians.
Which, once you get into the Star Wars world, you find out that's considered the Force.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is the Force, the light side and the dark side. So Anakin is created by the Force, and he's pretty much labeled the Chosen One. We have people that believe in this prophecy of the Jedi is going to be returned to order through the Chosen One.
During Anakin's little race in the movie, Qui-Gon realizes that he could be the one that's the Chosen One that'll fulfill the prophecy. He brings him to the Jedi Order, and they start to train him as a Jedi. So skip ahead a little bit, we see Anakin in the Clone Wars.
We have to go backwards a little bit. Mm-hmm. So he presents Anakin to the Jedi Council, and they are trusting the Force and don't feel like he's quite ready. And he's also too old at this time. So just to give you some background of the story, I'm like spoiling it a lot. But so the Jedi Council believes that Anakin's too old and is not truly the Chosen One, and that he's not ready to be trained as a Jedi. But Qui-Gon asks Obi-Wan to still train him against what the Jedi Order said. So Anakin first, he's believes because he's been told that he's a Chosen One, but Jedi Council rejected him. So in secret, he gets trained as a Jedi. So that's first, is something that happened in secret. Mm-hmm. And if you think about Bible parallels, because you're talking about popcorn parallels, you can see Anakin kind of as the Adam from the Bible, because Anakin is created from the Force, the earth, and just like Adam was created from the earth. Mm-hmm. So he's this perfect man. He's God's chosen one to walk with him daily in the Garden of Eden. So Anakin's kind of in this paradise Eden phase. He's young. He's been told that he's special and that he's the chosen one. So think about things of being done in secret. That's going to happen a lot with Anakin when he's little, because he's going to be trained in secret, and then as he grows...
Even his birth was a secret.
Yeah, his birth was a secret. He was hidden on Tatooine. So, like, all of this things were done in secret. So, as Anakin grows, he's being trained. He's going through the Clone Wars, like you said. He also is in love with Padme, which he calls Padme an angel. if you are watching this, it's so sweet. This little kid, because she's a little bit older than him, he calls her an angel. So later on, they fall in love because they have a close relationship, and that is done in secret. He gets married in secret. So
if you don't know, the Jedi are not allowed to have relationships with people. Like, not even, like, friendships. Like, they're really not supposed to... I don't know about care for other people, but they're not supposed to have deep relationships with people because they don't want them to have attachments and stuff.
That's sad.
So comparing him to Adam, he has an opportunity to, walk with masters all day and learn the ways of the world, the Force. But things done in secret, you kind of think about the forbidden fruit, where Jedi are supposed to control their emotions. They're not supposed to fear and have anxiety or secrets. They're supposed to be completely one with the Force and trust the Force with their instinct and not go off their own emotions and instincts. So the forbidden fruit is kind of like the dark side of the Force, if you think about it. The things that we're supposed to avoid.
So going outside of the movies, we see in the Clone Wars that Anakin actually becomes this military leader who's really unconventional with his methods, but he's successful, and he gets this young Padawan that he starts teaching, and her name's Ahsoka.
Roll this battle.
This was the siege of Mandalore. We had parted ways by now.
Looks intense.
It was.
You did well. You're a warrior now, as I trained you to be.
Is that all?
Ahsoka, within you will be everything I am, all the knowledge I possess. Just as I inherited knowledge from my master, and he from his. We're part of a legacy.
But my part of that legacy is one of death and war.
But you're more than that, because I'm more than that.
In the later movies?
No, she's in the Clone Wars, which is like
But now that
a TV show.
And now they have
But
a
she does
series
have her
on that.
own show now.
Okay, so in that clip, you see Ahsoka, which is just sidebar. My baby, my puppy, is named Ahsoka, which I love. That's how much I love Star Wars. Is my kitchen, and my dog is named after it.
What's your kitchen's name?
No, my kitchen is decorated in Star Wars.
She said name. She meant decorated.
I meant decorated.
Her kitchen's named after
Just
Star
cut all
Wars.
that out. Just cut that out.
What?
Okay.
Can't get that out.
So, in the biblical parallel, you can kind of see Elijah and Elisha. You see Elisha pulling everything he could from Elijah, and Elijah giving him the double portion. All of his knowledge from being able to prophesy and teach God's word was passed down to Elisha. And that's kind of how Anakin and Ahsoka's relationship is. Everything that she could learn from Anakin, he shared.
Yeah.
The good and the bad.
Yeah. It was like almost like she saw him as an older brother. It was a sweet little relationship that they had.
And I think because of their closeness, Ahsoka could see signs of Anakin not truly following the Jedi way, and starting to lean towards the dark side. I think she was probably one of the first
ones
to see it. And then the next one would be Obi-Wan, sensing it. So,
I mean, Yoda always saw it, but
from the beginning.
that's Yoda.
Yoda.
So I think that would be the best Bible parallel would be Elijah. And then even Elisha taking that double portion from Elijah and carrying on. In the Bible, Elijah grew weak.
Yeah.
I mean, he ran to a cave and was like, okay, I can't handle these people being against me. I don't know what to do. And that's kind of how Star Wars could do. Anakin felt cornered. He felt fear from having dreams that Padme was going to die. He felt all these things having him cornered, where he was about to give up.
And also, he wanted to be, was it a general in the Jedi Order? And they kept telling him no, he wasn't ready. And that made him more mad.
Yep. So a lot of great parallels when you think about biblical characters in this movie. I think that's one thing that I love about it is you can kind of see that conflict about good and evil.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I know Anakin a little bit. I haven't watched the old movies. There's some parallel, to like Lucifer and stuff, how he was the
Fallen angel.
fallen angel, and how he was praised and he was the best,
Yeah.
musician in heaven or whatever. And then he got his ego in the way and wanted to be better than everybody else and take all the power for himself. And he ended up going to the dark side, per se.
Man.
Yeah.
Way.
Okay, talking about Lucifer.
There's a picture I have to put up right now. I mean, there's two, when he's on the ground, but also when he's fighting. And then you see, like, the actual painting of, like, the fallen angel. It matches so well. But anyway.
Speaking on Lucifer, there's another character that kind of mirrors that Satan image, and that would be who Anakin was he was in Anakin's ear. He was kind of leading him to the dark side, and Anakin was just falling for every trick
Yeah.
that was thrown his way.
You ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the midi-chlorians to create life. He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even keep the ones he cared about from dying.
He could actually save people from death.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi.
Not from a Jedi.
For you to know the subtleties of the Force.
How do you know the ways of the Force?
My mentor taught me everything about the Force, even the nature of the dark side.
You know the dark side?
Anakin, if one is to understand the great mystery, one must study all its aspects, not just the dogmatic, narrow view of the Jedi. If you wish to become a complete and wise leader, you must embrace a larger view of the Force. Be careful of the Jedi, Anakin. Only through me can you achieve a power greater than any Jedi. Learn to know the dark side of the Force, and you will be able to save your wife from certain death.
What did you say?
Was he secretly married at that point?
Mm-hmm.
So he somehow knew?
So he's been sharing that he's kind of had fear of something, having dreams. He didn't tell him what it is, but I mean, when you're in one with the Force, you can kind of sense things. But yeah, that is straight snake in the garden to me. That's the serpent in the garden. So Anakin has this fear, and just like the snake kind of tempted Eve into, you can be like God. You can know everything that God does. He's just trying to keep his power from you type. That clip kind of mirrored that exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way he was like, you have to know all aspects to like fully know. Was like,
I see your manipulation tactic.
yeah. So Anakin's story shows us what judgment without grace can do to a person, because the Jedi Council acted as Pharisees instead of loving believers. They didn't nurture him and care for him, but instead they judged him partially, and it made him feel hurt, which opened the doorway for Palpatine to get in and start to manipulate and feed him lies, all under the mask of a loving friend. So during this, Obi-Wan could sense the fear that Anakin was starting to have rise up. So he actually went to Padme, which he wasn't supposed to know, but he knew that they were like together. And whenever he went, he realized she was pregnant too, because her belly was showing. But he goes to her, and he's basically trying to figure out like what's going on with Anakin, and like why is he so full of fear and stuff like that.
Okay, I do have to add, Palpatine was also in Padme's ear because he was using her position in the Senate to make her feel like her and Anakin were doing the right things. But he was really leading them into the direction he wanted it to go. So he was being sneaky on both sides. And as close as Anakin and Padme were, she wasn't seeing I don't know if she was probably sensing it, but I don't think she was seeing all that dark side come out.
Mm-hmm.
I think she truly seen Anakin as that person that I'm in love with, and I see the good in you no matter what.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan going to her, that was him showing that, hey, I'm seeing these warning signs. I'm seeing things that are not lining up.
Yeah.
And leaning towards the dark side and just kind of seeing if she was feeling the same way.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how it is. When you're in love, you're going to see the best in someone.
Yeah.
Especially when you're too close to the situation.
Yeah.
As a youth pastor, I say that all the time. I'm like, step back. You're too close in the situation. You know, is this going to matter in 5 minutes? So I would say Obi-Wan was definitely the voice of reason. And he was seeing warning signs. And he was trying to warn Anakin, if you go this way, you're going to go to the dark side.
Yeah.
And things were coming out. Secrets have a way of coming to the light.
Mm-hmm.
So his secrets were starting to be revealed. And then him listening to Palpatine and leaning toward the dark side because he had all these dreams about losing Padme and his future child led him to just start. I mean, it was deep diving into the dark side. Everything he could do to not make his dreams come reality.
So Palpatine completely gets in Anakin's ear and distorts his thinking a lot and executes Order 66.
Guys, we have an update. It is now extremely hostile.
Which is a little crazy, seeing as sixes don't mean anything good in the Bible.
And 66 in the Bible means flesh of man.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's straight. If you think about him mirroring Adam and Eve in the garden, and
that's like
forbidden fruit,
point.
that is like him biting the apple, being revealed of flesh and not spirit.
Yeah. And he does go off to hide too. Anyway,
Yeah. He hides from Obi-Wan. He hides from Padme.
But before he goes and hides, what he does is he executes little baby Jedi, y'all. They're like, what? They're like 5. They're like, hey.
The youngling.
It's so sad. It's sad. But,
what?
Yeah, that's...
How dare he?
And
go find him.
And the Jedi can, like, sense in the Force that something is going on and it's getting bad. And Order 66 is this big thing where even the clones turn on the Jedi and they start executing the Jedi. It's like, it's this big deal that happened.
I mean, even going back to his Padawan, Ahsoka, like, she sensed.
She got attacked too.
She had a choice to follow her master and his plan or to go against him. And that was a hard choice for her too. Like, there's so much. This is why Star Wars is good and has survived generations of families, is because it's deep. It's that good and evil that if I go this way, there's consequences. And if I choose the right path, I may be alone in it. Like, I might be all by myself choosing the right path. And that's one thing I love about Ahsoka's story is she had to go against her master and kind of went into a path by herself, away from the Jedi after that.
But to me, it's so crazy that his mind could get so manipulated that he was okay with this order happening where it was trying to murder all of his friends. Like, literally, it was trying to murder Obi-Wan and Yoda and everyone, even Ahsoka. And he was okay with it and going along with it. It's crazy how much it brainwashed him.
Too close to the situation. Only seeing this one outcome and not looking at the bigger picture in our everyday lives.
So blinded.
That could be, I mean, we go through stuff and we think, it's the end of the world. This is only happening to me.
Yeah.
And it's affecting the people around us sometimes.
Yes.
Padme was getting a sense of it. So Padme, after Obi-Wan visited her, she decided to go find Anakin and talk with him. And Obi-Wan's sneaky. He snuck in to follow Padme so he could find Anakin too.
Anakin, all I want is your love.
Love won't save you, Padme. Only my new powers can do that.
At what cost? You're a good person. Don't do this.
I won't lose you the way I lost my mother.
I am becoming more powerful than any Jedi has ever dreamed of, and I'm doing it for you.
to protect you.
Come away with me. Help me raise our child. Leave everything else behind while we still can.
Don't you see? We don't have to run away anymore. I have brought peace to the Republic. I am more powerful than the Chancellor. I can overthrow him. And together, you and I can rule the galaxy. Make things the way we want them to be.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. Obi-Wan was right. You've changed.
I don't want to hear any more about Obi-Wan. The Jedi turned against me. Don't you turn against me?
I don't know you anymore. Anakin, you're breaking my heart. You're going down a path I can't follow.
Because of Obi-Wan.
Because of what you've done. What you plan to do. Stop. Stop now. Come back. I love you.
Liar!
No.
You're with him! You brought him here to kill me!
No.
Let her go, Anakin! Let her go! You turned her against me!
You have done that yourself.
You will not take her from me!
Your anger and your lust for power have already done that. You have allowed this Dark Lord to twist your mind until now you have become the very thing you swore to destroy.
Don't lecture me, Obi-Wan. I see through the lies of the Jedi. I do not fear the dark side as you do. I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire.
Your new empire?
Don't make me kill you.
Anakin, my allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy!
If you're not with me, then you're my enemy.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes. I will do what I must.
You will try.
I should have the "You were my brother, Anakin! You were my brother!" I didn't have that clip ready. I'll have to play it.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them! You were my brother, Anakin! I loved you!
How is he gonna strangle his pregnant wife?
Girl, thank you. That how
You want to go home?
how
and just watch this again?
blinded how blinded by the dark side can you be
If
to kill the one thing you were trying to protect? The one thing, like, it's so stupid. It's so sad.
That makes me really mad.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
It goes back to Adam and Eve. When they ate the fruit, they hid from God. They did it to be like God, to be closer to God, and that separated them from God. They had to leave the garden. And then even from there, their kids felt the wrath of their mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's about to happen here, is what Anakin was trying to protect.
And we all as women feel the wrath of their mistake.
Oh my God. Childbirth. The pain of childbirth.
He did not kill her then, but he hurt her a lot.
Obi-Wan checked,
and
she's okay.
His actions made her die of a broken heart.
When she said, "You're breaking my heart."
She gave birth to twins, which is Luke and Leia.
Man.
And then she died from a broken heart.
But because of the father's mistakes, the kids felt it. They had to be separated, grow up
With their mother.
apart, with no mother, and not knowing who they are or who their father is.
They almost dated each other.
Yeah.
They just kissed.
What? That's so
They
weird.
had a strong connection. They just didn't
They
know
didn't
it.
know why, but then they
That's
found out
so
it was
messed
for
up.
very different
That's
reasons.
so messed up. When I found out, I was like, what?
We
This is
gotta add some humor
Alabama?
to the story.
So Anakin got everything he wanted, but the one main thing, because sin overpromises and underdelivers. He got the power, but the whole reason he wanted the power died because of him. It's not good.
Mic drop. Palpatine even used Anakin more here. Anakin's body was at death, and he's like, oh no, I'm not done with you. And pretty much Anakin then has to have help breathing, and he gets in this metal uniform gadget deal and becomes Darth Vader.
Right.
So
It basically says
completely,
that Anakin is dead.
yeah, you completely lose any good that was in Anakin
Right.
and completely moves to the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
So, you see so many times in Bible stories where we have redemption from making a mistake, and God gives us redemption and salvation. But in this case, he was so far lost that he didn't turn to the good side. He completely went dark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so fast forward to the son, Luke. He practically inherited some of the same things that Anakin had, his father, with being able to sense the Force and have just skills that no one else had. But he also had the same conflicts as his father went through. He had fear and unsure of the future and not knowing his place in the Force.
Anakin obviously chose the dark side, but Luke decided to not only stay in the good side with the good Force, but when his dad was trying to kill him and trying to do all these things, he refused to kill his own dad, and instead appealing to the good in him, which nobody saw any good in him, but he did, and then mirroring how the righteous line is with Seth, Noah, and Abraham, that seeks restoration rather than repeating the original sin. So they grow from their ancestors' mistakes. And Luke's journey restores hope and begins rebuilding the Jedi Order. So he essentially is the chosen one, if you want to think about it that way, acting as the bridge towards the breaking the curse of their family.
So Anakin's lust for power was his downfall, but let's not forget that he still completed the prophecy in the end.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time, it seemed like the prophecy was a lie because he went to the dark side and the world was in shambles. It was insane. There was no Jedi Order, and yet there was still Sith. But because of Luke, he redeemed himself in the end, and he ended the Sith by killing Palpatine and himself dying. So there was balance to the Force because there were no more Jedi and no more Sith.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of crazy to think about because sometimes God can work the same way. We think nothing's happening, but if we just give it time, what he said will happen will happen.
And also it shows that whoever you are, whatever you've done, he can still work through you. Because Darth Vader or Anakin or whatever you want to call him
was the baddest of the bad.
You could get. Yeah. And he still did good. So you still have good and God still works through you. You know, it's with everybody.
Yeah.
I don't have any. That was good.
Yeah. So the third movie was originally called Revenge of the Jedi. And they sent out promotional posters and merch to the movie theater chains getting ready for its release. But then someone suggested to George that the Jedi Knights are peacemakers, so they wouldn't be promoted by Revenge, which would throw the whole movie off if that was the title. And Lucas agreed, so he ended up having to retitle the movie, which cost a lot of money, and he changed it to Return of the Jedi. It's not uncommon in our world today for us to say that we're going to get someone back for what they did to us, but God says that revenge is his, or that vengeance is his, and to be Christ-like, we have to put aside our vengeance. In Romans 12:19.
So it says, "Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath. For it is written, 'It is mine to avenge, I will repay,' says the Lord."
I know, that's our first reaction whenever something happens to us. It's like, oh, I'm going to get them back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. But
eye for an eye.
Yeah.
But honestly, the best revenge is not to do anything back, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Like if somebody hurt you, don't react, or like don't even let it phase you, and it helps you instead of you having to spend time on the other person.
Don't want to dwell on things.
Yeah, that turn the other cheek is very hard when it is easy to just do the eye for eye. You hurt me, I want to hurt you. But
Right.
turning the other cheek and being the good side is hard.
For
hard.
sure.
Like, think about how many people wronged Yoda. He didn't go up and slap him.
He couldn't
couldn't
kill
reach
them all.
I know. He couldn't reach him. Yeah, he got some jumps. I don't know what you're talking about. He jumped all the way up there during his fight with Palpatine. He got some jumps.
Who won
through
that
the
fight, by
Force.
the way?
Palpatine.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, that made Yoda go into hiding,
Oh,
and then he died in hiding.
dang.
Oh my goodness, this is the best segue. When you put the bad lip reading of Yoda. New clip.
Come on, man, quit that banging.
The only other thing is like Luke brought the balance, but yeah, he fell too, and the grandkid went really bad. But then he went to the light too at the end. There's so much. There's so much.
Star Wars is just the stories of redemption.
It is.
Clearly,
It is.
that's every. Think
it's
about how
about-
weird it is. There's so many movies about the chosen one, like Star Wars, Harry Potter.
For
He's
real.
the chosen one. Like, what is everyone's obsession with this chosen one? I know there's more movies.
And in the prophecy,
Oh yeah,
Narnia.
which is very heavily parallel.
I think just looking at everything that we talked about, Star Wars is very fun movies for sure. I love them. They just have some really good parallels with not only redemption, but also what can happen if you listen to that voice in your head. But there's two different voices in your head. There's Obi-Wan, who's kind of like the Holy Spirit. That's kind of that voice of reason and the chaos. And then there's Palpatine, who's that voice that tries to get you to do things that you might think are best at the moment, or that you're too clouded in your mind to actually see the full picture just because of things that are going on. But at the end of the day, I love that Darth Vader had his moment to save his son and save, the galaxy at the end. And as I said before, it shows essentially the whole movie is about how no matter how bad you get and no matter the mistakes that you've done, if you truly repent and if you truly, want to change them, there is an opportunity to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
All right, bye.
Bye.